Hello, everyone. On this podcast episode, I'm going to continue where I left off in the past episode. You know, I'm currently resting. I've been working on a book, two books actually. I've been working on two books, and I've been working on, I'm not someone who just creates short stories. I try to create, longer, like 1,000-page books because I like detail. I'm a writer that likes detail. My favorite books have always been books that have talked, they've gone into depth about nature, the world, you know. So when I write my books, you know, I prefer books that have more details about the present moment over books that just gloss over everything. Because of that, my stories tend to be longer. I want them to be longer, you know. I want them to be more like, what do you call them? Odysseys. I want them to be more like Odysseys, adventure books. Because of that, it takes a lot of effort, mental stress, to put as much detail as possible in each book. I'm currently writing two books. I just finished one. It's finished because it's a book of short stories, but the short stories are not really, it's centered around the same main character. It's called, The Evil Psychopomp. I finished the book, but the book is more of like a series. Just like, what do you call it? Timmy Turner and Simpsons, The book is just like a series like The Simpsons and Fairly Odd Parents, and it's not really meant to have a real story. It's just a bunch of short stories, You know how you watch one of these series and each episode is its own story? Yeah. The Evil Psychopomp, the book that I created, is just like that. Each story has a beginning, each episode has a beginning and an end, and it just goes on. So I can stop at any point. And I stopped after I think like 6 episodes, because each episode, it's a couple pages. So after finishing that one, right? In the future I can add more episodes, but it's a series. It's not really meant to be a full story. It's supposed to be meant to be short stories. So I can add more episodes in the future. I can stop completely, and it won't really take much from the story itself. So I'm always busy working on books, and I also, I create games as well. I've learned how to create games. I taught myself how to create games, and I've been slowly creating games. And it's not easy to create a game by yourself. It's not easy. Creating a game, writing the stories, it's very hard to do all these things all at once, and I try to do it. When I want to focus on a game, I try to finish the whole game all at once. I used to create games half and half, but now I realize I'm too tired to, go back and create a new one. I'm too tired to go back and, finish the old game that I created. So since I decided that, I've already decided if I want to create a game, I just create the whole thing and just make it a standalone game. As in, there's no future parts, because I'm working by myself and I have too many game ideas. I have too many game ideas to create, and there's only one me. And I have too many book ideas to create, and there's still only one me. So it makes it very stressful. Makes my life very, very stressful and exhausting. I'm always tired, and I've always been tired for like years now, because I've always been working. I'm someone who's always working. If I'm not working, I'm actually helping family members. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Meaning I'm always a busy person. I'm so busy, most of the time, that my body's always in a stressed state. My body's always in an extremely exhausted state. But it's natural, I've always been that type of person that's always doing something. But this time I'm actually resting. I'm resting because I have no choice but to rest. My body's very exhausted. So because I'm resting now, it's easier for me to make more episodes, you know. So this episode, sorry about the long, speech, but this episode is about atheism and how funny atheists are. Atheists keep mocking religion. They keep mocking Christianity. They keep mocking the Bible for being wrong. They always say that, religion is wrong. They try to dehumanize people who believe in God. If you notice an atheist, they've always been trying to dehumanize Christians and believers in God. They're trying to paint the picture that religion is wrong, that there's something wrong with religious people. That's how they want to paint the world. They try to dehumanize people who believe in God. Why? Because you have to understand the behavior of an evil person. The reason why you're not afraid of atheists right now is because they are the minority. We humans, we theists are the majority and they are the minority. The moment that switches, that's when you realize there's a reason why they're known as the Antichrist. They're very small right now, so they have no power. But just, they're already so small that, yet their movement is already dehumanizing religion. If you watch human history, if you study human history, you will notice a pattern. Before people start killing each other, right? First, they dehumanize them first. First, it starts with dehumanization. You first demonize them, and then you look for excuses. You use that excuse to kill them. You first demonize a group of people, right? You mock, insult, and bully them, and then use that as an excuse to kill them. And atheists are doing that they're doing that right now. They're mocking Christians. They're mocking people who believe in God. They're mocking theists. They keep trying to program humanity. They keep trying to trick people into thinking that being a believer in God is wrong. Being a theist is wrong. That's their mindset. They're trying to make it seem as if religion is wrong and atheism is correct. That people who believe in religion are insane, are fools, are lunatics. When that can be true. If the majority are lunatics, then nobody is a lunatic. It's just how this world works. If everyone in the world is tall, nobody will be tall. If everybody in the world is short, nobody will be short. If everybody in the world is a lunatic, just like the atheists keep telling you, it's not possible. The whole human race can be, a human race of lunatics. We just can't be. So the problem isn't the human race being, insane. The problem has to be them. They are the problem because they are the minority. They are the problem. But they want to claim, like I stated in the previous episode, that theism is wrong and atheism is correct. Theism is unnatural and atheism is natural. Human beings were born to be atheists. Like I stated in the previous episode, that's incorrect. If human beings were born to be atheists, we'll be atheists. Human beings were born to breathe air. That's why we breathe air. Human beings were born to have a heart. That's why we have a heart. Human beings were born to believe in God. That's why we believe in God. The majority of humans believe in God for a reason. It's because we were born to believe in God. And that's a fact. There's no other outside influence in humanity. Humanity have always been religious. Nothing outside of us, give us the idea to be religious. There's nothing outside of this world that came in and gave us the idea to be religious. We were born with the idea to be religious, meaning human beings were born religious by default. There's no outside influence here. Religion just didn't come out of thin air. There's no outside influence that added religion to humanity. Humanity itself have always been religious by default, meaning the natural state of a human being is to be religious, is to be a theist. That's why the majority of the human race are what? Deists. We are people who believe in God, and it's not by coincidence. But here they are trying to deceive you into thinking being a human being is wrong. It is unnatural to breathe air. Just because there are people in this world that are born disabled and can't breathe, they're trying to tell you that everyone shouldn't be capable of breathing. It is only natural. It is natural for everyone to not breathe. Just because there's some people in this world that are atheists, they're trying to tell you that it's natural. Everyone should be an atheist. Come on now. If everyone should be an atheist, everyone will be atheist. If everyone was born not to breathe air, we won't breathe air. If everyone was born not to see, we won't be able to see. It's just a fact. You just have to accept facts at some point in time. Human beings were born to be religious. That's why we are religious. The majority of humans were born to be religious. That's why the majority of humans are religious. Where do you think religion came from? It came from the natural world itself. Human beings are part of the natural world. Religion itself is natural. Human beings were born to believe in a higher power by default. There's no outside influence here tricking us into believing God. We came up with that on our own. We were born to believe in God because the world itself created human beings to believe in God. The world itself is God. But yet, here they are, these atheists trying to dehumanize you for believing in God, for being a normal human being that breathes air. They're trying to dehumanize you as insane, as a fool, for being a normal human being that breathes air, that drinks water. Guess what? That's what a human being is there for, to breathe air and drink water, to eat food, to walk, to talk, to have friends, to have family members, to communicate. That's what human beings are here for, to believe in God. We were here to believe in God, just like we were here to breathe air, just like we are here to drink water, just as we're here, to have hearts and brains. This is our natural state. Believing in God is our natural state of being. That's why the majority of humans believe in God, because it's only natural to believe in a higher power. It's only natural to believe in a creator when you were created. Human beings were created by the world itself. The world itself is God. That's why God is omnipresent. Everything is God. You can only exist through God. God is omnipresent because God is everything. God is the world itself. When the world created human beings, it's only natural that human beings will believe in God. Because God is the world. Human beings believe in a higher power because we were created. We were created by God. We were created by the world itself. And that's a fact. Human beings were created by the world itself. No matter how much an atheist can lie, the fact is still a fact. Human beings were created by the world itself. The world is our natural creator by default. But you have to be careful of these liars. The only reason why atheism isn't a problem yet is because they're still a minority and will always be a minority. There's a reason why the Bible warns you of the Antichrist. The word atheist, like I've always stated, means Antichrist. The moment they become a majority, the moment they have power, you start to realize all those times they've been dehumanizing, Christians. That means something. It's alluding to something. It's telling you they don't see you as a human being. Being a normal human being is illogical in their eyes. Being someone that breathes air is illogical in their eyes. Being someone with a heart is illogical in their eyes. Being a normal human being that believes in God, like you were born to do, is illogical in their eyes. So the moment they have power, you realize you should never trust a liar to begin with. Atheists are liars. They're trying to deceive you that being normal is wrong. That's the behavior of a liar. They're trying to deceive you that being normal is wrong. Being a human being is wrong. If you allow a liar to take position of power, you realize why the Bible warns you to avoid liars, to be careful of liars. Liars are the cruelest people in the world. They don't have power right now because they're the minority. But the moment they become the majority, the moment they seize power, you start to realize all they are is dishonest. They are a dishonest group of people. Why? Because the Bible itself teaches humans. Many religions out there teach humans to be kind and virtuous, to be benevolent and good people, especially the Bible, the Word of God. The Bible constantly tells you not to sin, not to be evil. Stay away from crimes. Stay away from lies. Stay away from evil. Do not do corrupt things. Do not scam others. Do not bully others. Be kind. Be virtuous. Be a saint. Be godlike, and be a good person. That's what the Bible has been teaching Christians. Guess what? Atheists don't have a Bible. They're going off their own natural state. And you can tell the fact that they're atheists proves they're not that logical. Because a logical person would not believe they just came out of thin air, that they weren't created. The fact that the world created them, isn't something their minds are capable of realizing. They're incapable of realizing that they were created by the world. They're not logical enough to realize that the world itself created them. If they're not that logical, putting someone that illogical in a position of power, what do you think is going to happen? Nothing good is going to happen. Do not put liars in a position of power. You're not going to get a good ending. Do not put evil people in a position of power. It's not going to end well. And people who only know how to lie, like atheists, are too evil to care about the truth. Good people care about the truth. Good people are honest. Atheists do not care about the truth. Atheists are dishonest. Putting dishonest people in the position of power is not going to end well. There's a reason why the word atheist means antichrist. There's a reason why atheists call themselves Satanists. It's not by coincidence. Do not treat words as jokes, because in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. The Bible is warning you. Words have more meanings than you can possibly imagine. Do not treat words like atheists or antichrist, and them calling themselves Satanists as a joke. They're already telling you who they are. They're already telling you who they align with. They're just very, very small right now. They will always be the minority. But just because they are always the minority does not mean they won't be able to seize power. The moment they gain power, you start to realize you shouldn't have trusted a liar. You shouldn't have trusted a fool. You shouldn't have trusted a dishonest person. Atheists are dishonest. Stay away from dishonest people. Atheists have been finding ways to insult God, by blaming religion for all the wars. Religion is the normal state of a human being. So even if a human being kills someone, naturally many people just blame religion. Because when everyone is religious, it's only natural to just blame religion. Because it's the normal state of everyone. Human beings have always been religious. That's our common denominator. Even when someone wants to commit a crime, even if they commit a crime on their own, for their own selfish desires, just because they're religious does not mean they're the ones who, religion is the cause. But atheists will tell you that religion is the cause. It's no different from saying that all people who have eyes kill people. That means people who have eyes are the problem. People shouldn't have eyes. That's the mindset of an atheist. Because people with religion kills people, it means religion is wrong. Guess what? People with eyes kill people. That means people with eyes means eyes are wrong. People with ears kill people. That means people shouldn't have ears because ears are wrong. People with hearts kill people. That means people with hearts are evil and hearts are evil. We should get rid of hearts because people with hearts kill people. That's the mindset of an atheist. That's how logical they are. They keep trying to blame religion for something that isn't religious. When the whole world is religion, you have to look for a different reason why people kill people. Because there's also people who don't kill people. There are many Christians in this world that don't kill people. Even the Bible itself has the 10 commandments. And one of those commandments is what? Thou shalt not kill. Don't kill people. Even, Christ himself tells you to turn the other cheek. The Christian religion has always been a merciful religion. That's why atheists can exist right now, is because Christians are kind and benevolent. Because we're kind, that's why we don't kill people who mock God. Atheists mock God. The fact that atheists are always going against the Christian values, yet are still alive, should tell you how nice Christians are. Should tell you how benevolent Christians are. The fact that Christians aren't killing atheists should tell you how benevolent Christians are, especially when all atheists do is lie. All these guys do is lie and bully religion, bully God, insult God on a daily basis. That's all they do is mock and insult God. Yet they're still alive. If religion was that bad, they would not be alive right now, would they? So obviously, when everyone shares the same property, then it's not the property that's the problem. Religion isn't the problem. There's something else. There's evil. There's greed. There's self-interest. There's anger. There are emotions. There are many other, factors involved in murders. Religion isn't the only factor. When everyone is religious, religion can be the motive. When everyone in your country is Christian, Christianity can be the motive that they use to kill people. It's something else. When everyone has eyes, having eyes can be the reason why people kill people. When everyone has noses, having a nose isn't the reason why people kill people. But atheists are trying to tell you that having a nose is the reason why people kill people. Because, hey, everyone that kills people happens to have a nose. Everyone that kills people happens to have an eye, at least one eye. Everyone that kills people happen to have a heart. It means people with hearts kill people. Hearts are wrong. Everyone that kills people happens to be religious. It means religion is wrong. Everyone that kills people happens to have hair on their bodies. It means hair is wrong. People that kill people tend to have legs. It means legs are wrong. People that kill people tend to have blood flowing through their bodies. It means blood is wrong. That's the mindset of an atheist. They're trying to trick you into thinking being a normal human being is wrong. They're trying to deceive you into hating religion, as if religion is the only factor. As if having eyes is the only reason why people kill people. As if having the nose is the only reason why people kill people. As if having a heart is the only reason why people kill people. Everyone has a heart, bro. Everyone has a nose. Everyone has eyes. And everyone is religious. You can't change that fact. You must look for a different reason. Stop blaming religion for your problems. Stop dehumanizing people who believe in God just so that you can further your shady agenda. You want to believe so badly that religion is wrong that you start making things up. You start lying. Keep lying to yourself. But human beings will always believe in God because the world itself is God. The world created human beings to believe in God. That's why humans believe in God. That's a fact. We were created by the world and we believe in God. These two are facts. We were created by the world. That's true. We believe in God. That's true. That means the world created us to believe in God. Fact. We were created to believe in a higher power. God is the world itself. That's why God is omnipresent. Do not let these atheists deceive you. They're trying to claim that religion is wrong, yet the religion itself is the reason why they're still alive. Because people hate Christians, hate people who mock God. Atheists themselves mock God. If not because of the Christian religion telling them to be good people, atheists will be dead by now. If not because of Christians, if not because of Christ teaching Christians to be merciful, to be kind to those who aren't kind to them, to be merciful to the merciless, to be benevolent to the cruel, atheists won't exist. The very thing they're trying to mock is the thing protecting their lives. The very thing they're trying to insult, they keep insulting, the Bible, is the thing teaching you to be kind to them. The very thing they're trying to destroy is constantly telling Christians to be merciful to them, to treat them like human beings, even when they don't behave like one, to treat them with respect, even when they don't respect you. And you as a Christian should follow that advice. Do not be deceived by liars. Do not be, do not be goaded by villains and sinners into sinning. Because if you sin and harm them, now you have to pay the consequences of your own actions. Be just like Christ. And if you're not a Christian, but you believe in God, follow the Bible, follow the Old Testament. And the Old Testament gives you the 10 Commandments. And one of the 10 Commandments is what? Thou shalt not kill. Do not kill atheists. Be merciful to atheists. They are still children of God at the end of the day. Meaning, respect them. Respect them. Even when they don't respect you. If you can't respect them, walk away. Let them be. Treat them like humans. Treat them like humans. Be humane. The Bible doesn't want you to behave like an animal. If they behave like an animal, it's up to them. They have to pay the consequences of their own actions. Don't behave like them. Don't follow their example. Do the equal and opposite. Be wise and realize they have no future. Their lives are already ruined. They can pretend to be happy all day, but this is God's world, and sinners will never be happy in God's world. They are miserable people living miserable lives. While you here enjoy your life in happiness, they can only pretend to be happy. I promise you, they don't live happy lives. Sinners do not live happy lives in the world of God. This is a world governed by God, because the world itself is God. Sinners do not live happy lives. Atheists are sinners. Their lives will always be miserable until they repent. So let God deal with his own children and deal with your own life. God has plans for you. God has high hopes for your future. Don't let God down by sinning. Let the atheists behave like the fools they are. Let the atheists lie all day. They will continue to lie and deceive themselves. Let them be. The lie will always be the lie, and the truth will always be the truth. And the truth is, the world knows you. God knows you. God will never let you down. Stay away from these liars. Not a single human being, is on this planet by accident. You weren't here by accident. Don't think you are. Everything in this world is God. That's why God is omnipresent. Meaning, God is always present within you. God will always be with you. And God will always be your loving Father. He won't let you down. Leave these atheists and let them live their miserable lives where they belong, in the world of sin. Let them be the sinners who just torture themselves alive, can't find out why their lives are miserable. They can't tell that their very behavior, their very action of being a sinner, is the thing that's ruining their lives. They're not logical enough to realize. They're hitting themselves in the head. They're not logical enough to realize that hitting yourself in the head hurts. So they just keep hitting themselves in the head without realizing that they can just stop hitting themselves and the pain will go away. That's the behavior of an atheist. They are not logical enough to realize they are wrong. So their lives will always be miserable because they will only know how to make bad choices. Illogical people only know how to make bad choices. So let them continue making the bad choices. It will only lead to their ruin. Their bad choices, as long as you leave them alone, will not affect your life. That's the benefits of not sinning, is that people who don't sin are protected from evil. All the evil people in this world and their bad choices will not affect you if you don't sin just like them. Stay away from these sinners and live a better life. Let them ruin their lives with their own two hands. You don't have to ruin your life too. If they decide to be fools, let them be fools. You can be the only one that's wise. It's okay to be wise. You don't have to join them. So that's it for today's podcast episode. I pray for everyone's safety and understanding. Amen.